Hi everyone, welcome to Champion Cricket. Our first video will be a top 10 of the greatest Indian cricketers of all time. There are many champions of cricket from India, as they are one of the proudest cricketing nations in the world. India has been playing Test cricket since 1932 and have created amazing players along the way, like Dhoni, Tendulkar, Gavaskar and Kohli. But who will be number one? Comment below who you think should be in our top 10. At number 10 we have Anil Kumble. A former captain and coach of the Indian side, he was an inspirational leader throughout his career and a fantastic leg spin bowler throughout the 90s and 2000s. Anil had an absolutely remarkable career. He ended up as the third highest wicket taker of all time, behind Warne and Muralitharan. He finished his career with an astonishing 619 Test wickets. Kumble was also very handy with the bat. He managed a Test 100 and 5 Test 50s. In 2015, at the conclusion of his 18-year career, Kumble became only the 4th Indian cricketer to be inducted into the ICC Hall of Fame, hence being very well deserving of a spot in our top 10. At number 9, we have Harbhajan Singh. Harbhajan might go down as arguably the most lethal spin bowler that India has ever produced. Nicknamed Baji, he had the uncanny knack of picking up wickets in bunches. The man from Punjab was nicknamed the Turbinator by the Australians after he tormented Steve Waugh's men during India's famous series victory against them in 2001. In this series, he collected 32 wickets in just 3 Test matches, including a hat-trick. Harbhajan had a remarkable career, collecting 417 Test wickets in over 100 Test matches with a career spanning over a decade. Much like Kumble, he could also bat too, amassing 2 Test 100s and 9 Test 50s with his top score of 115. Harbhajan will go down as one of the most loved cricketers in India's history, with his on-field competitiveness endearing himself to the Indian public throughout his career. At number 8, we have one of the most destructive batsmen of all time, in Virender Sehwag. On his day, Viru could dominate any type of bowling. No batsman of the modern era has been as powerful or effective in the square region as him, with his cutting game being the hallmark of his technique. There has perhaps never been a more destructive opening batsman in one-day internationals. Viru scored over 8,000 runs in 104 tests and also over 8,000 runs in only 251 one-day internationals. An absolute match winner at his peak, Sehwag had notched up a couple of triple hundreds throughout his career, including a match-winning 309 at Multan against Pakistan. Additionally, Sehwag could definitely bowl too, amassing 136 international wickets with his off-break deliveries. At number 7, we have His Highness Nawab of Pataudi. Had his career not been affected by an eye injury, Pataudi could have been a batsman in the Sachin Tendulkar class. With a Test double hundred to his name and over 15,000 first-class runs, no one could deny Pataudi's ability. At his best, he had the ability to dominate the best of bowling attacks like a butcher chopping meat. He has been described by some as India's greatest captain ever, even though he was only appointed captain of the team at the age of 21. Pataudi also holds the record for facing the most number of balls in a single Test match when batting at the number 6 position in Test history, with 554 balls being faced in one singular inning. At number 6, we have the current best batsman in the world, Virat Kohli. India's Kohli is one of the most successful international cricketers at the moment, equally proficient in all 3 forms of the game, averaging 50 in each of these different forms, including first-class cricket. With 21 Test hundreds to his name, at such an early age of 29 years old, Kohli still has plenty of way to go in his career and could end up being in the same ilk of Sachin Tendulkar. Once described by former New Zealand skipper Martin Crowe, he described Virat as a rare mix of India's celebrated trio of Tendulkar, Dravid and Virender Sehwag, taking pieces of their game and making it into his own. Also, a very fiery and astute captain, Kohli is one of the most loved people in the whole of India today. At number 5, we have Kapil Dev. Dev will go down as the greatest all-rounder India has ever produced, scoring over 5,000 runs in 131 tests and over 3,000 runs in 225 one-dayers. Including this, he took almost 700 wickets during his international career, spanning from 1978 to 1994. He was India's inaugural World Cup winning captain, as India defeated Clive Lloyd's mighty West Indies by 37 runs in the final. Under Dev's leadership, India also defeated England in 1986 in a test series for the first time since 1971. A naturally aggressive player, nicknamed the Haryana Hurricane, Dev is one of the greatest all-rounders to ever play the game, and in 2010 he was inducted into the ICC's Cricket Hall of Fame. At number 4, you have the great Sunil Gavaskar. Gavaskar became the first Indian batsman to score 10,000 test runs, played against the greatest bowling attack of all time and set more records in a single era than any batsman barring Donald Bradman. Nicknamed Sunny and the Little Master, he averaged over 51 runs in Test cricket with 34 100s and 45 Test 50s with a top score of 236 not out. 13 of his hundreds came against the greatest bowling attack ever of the West Indies during the 70s and 80s. He is only one of 13 players with over 10,000 Test runs. His record of 34 Test centuries stood as the most by any player for almost 2 decades before it was broken by India's own Sachin Tendulkar in December of 2005. At number 3, we have Mahendra Singh Dhoni. Dhoni, a former captain of the Indian side in both Tests and one-dayers, was one of the best wicketkeeper batsmen of all times. He was an absolutely fine leader who forged the team aggressively. Dhoni read the game well, especially from behind the stumps. He never jumped at the ball and always collected it cleanly. Scoring over 13,000 runs in international cricket, he became a true great of the game, and also after Kapil Dev, he is the second World Cup winning skipper of the Indian nation. He has a top score of 224 in Test cricket, and he was the winner of the ICC's One Day International Player of the Year in both 2008 and 2009, the first player to win the award twice. Additionally to this, he was named as captain of the ICC World Test and World ODI teams for 2009. At number 2, we have the wall, Rahul Dravid. Dravid was a champion batsman of the modern era, especially during the crisis period. On any type of pitch, he could bat like a master. Scoring over 24,000 runs in international cricket, he stamped his authority as one of the greatest batsmen of all time. In 2004, Dravid received the Player of the Year and Test Player of the Year at the inaugural ICC Awards ceremony. Rahul averaged over 52 in Test cricket, along with scoring 36 Test hundreds and 53 Test 50s with a top score of 270 runs. Throughout his career, Dravid spent the most minutes at the crease of any batsman ever in the history of Test cricket, amassing over 44,000 minutes at centre wicket. After retiring in 2012, Dravid will go down as one of the greatest Indian players ever. The greatest Indian cricketer of all time goes to the Little Master, Sachin Tendulkar. Tendulkar is the greatest exponent of the straight drive in cricket history. The Bradman of the modern era, he scored over 100 international centuries. Tendulkar scored over 34,000 runs over an amazing 664 international matches in total. Legendary Australian bowlers Glenn McGrath and Shane Warne claimed that Tendulkar was the most difficult batsman to dismiss. Halfway through his career in 2002, the Wisden Cricketers' Almanac ranked him as the second greatest Test batsman of all time, behind Don Bradman. Although, with the stats at the end of his career, anyone could easily argue that Tendulkar is the greatest to ever pick up a bat from any country. A true legend and gentleman of the game, the Little Maestro will go down as one of the great people and one of the greatest cricketers in the history of the game. Thank you for watching, everyone. We hope you enjoyed our first video. Don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe.
Everything changes.